So you may have observed that in this event we have a huge participation from Indian players, 75 in Open A and 27 in Open B. So I'm pleased today to welcome with us His Excellency Mr. Vipul, the Ambassador of India in Qatar. We will open the game between Grandmaster Karthikeyan against Grandmaster Narayan. I wish you all a very good game. You can handshake and start with us.
I'm joined by Grandmaster Abhimanyu and Grandmaster Anish, and they played a crazy game. So Abhimanyu, if you can take us through the game and also your queen sacrifice.
Yeah, so I was thinking what to do against Najdorf like yesterday, and I was walking around Sozin a bit a few days ago, and I thought this idea is quite interesting. At least it's not so easy for black to find stuff over there practically. And against after b4 and c2, like here the most natural move is bishop b7, but this is probably not that easy practically for black, I thought. But instead, what he played, knight of d7. So when I was checking, like I thought, okay, knight of d7, it looks ridiculous, yeah, just bringing a knight back for no reason. But it is the best move, and I couldn't remember the details. But like, what if I play like knight f4 or anything? But I remember that I'm worse if I continue. So the only way to draw is like give this queen sacrifice with queen f7, knight e6, and looks very weird, but it sort of works like a pendulum, and it's a draw.
Right. Coming to Anish, when he made that sacrifice, there were a lot of people around your board, and we had a delayed broadcast, but we could see your reaction. If you can tell us what was going through your mind.
Yeah, I think there are two types of people. There's a small group of people who had seen this position before, and there was a larger group of people who have never seen that before. I think both groups were quite amused by today's game. Of course, it looks very spectacular. Actually, the reason I know this line is, so of course I did my Najdorf course, and then Adiban played game against Abhimanyu Mishra in Rapid. He won a very spectacular game with queen f3, and I think my course was fresh at the time, so I had to, of course, update, yeah, because I have to do an update. So I looked at that line, and I was actually very excited about the line first, because I knew this bishop b7, which is also what Abhimanyu played, I think, and also the top engine move, because computer says black is, back in the day at least, it said that black is better at first. I think now probably still weak engine will say black is better. Because computer doesn't see all kinds of potential sacrifices, you know, that are typical for this line. And I was inputting the moves, and I saw the computer, you know, going back to equality with all kinds of insane lines, and I was like, wow, this is so amazing what Adiban played. I'm going to play it as well. And then I saw this second option, computer said, also knight fd7, and I said, wow, queen takes f7 is equal 0, is triple 0. So I was like, unbelievable, you can sacrifice a queen for just 2 pawns and be equal. I was like, oh, this is the best line I've ever seen. And then I input the moves, 96, and I said the whole point is just to repeat moves, 97, 96. There is no, of course, you're down the queen for just 2 pawns. Of course, you can't do nothing. I mean, even if you take my rook, you're just a queen for a rook. It's nothing. You need the rook and the piece and like I don't know what more. So the whole point of, and then I was like, you know, like, okay, this line is not as great as it looks. I mean, this just forces a draw, and yeah, I didn't prepare this for this game at all, because Abhimanyu never played this bishop c4 before. Of course, I knew he will try to surprise me, because that's what people do against my Najdorf. So that's what you sign up for when you decide to sell merchandise instead of play chess. But no, I was trying to, you know, I was trying to predict him. I went really deep into his mind. You know, I looked all his ChessBase India videos. I saw all his online games. I tried to see, you know, get into his head, what kind of thoughts he will have. I thought about like, all kinds of lines, but somehow this one eluded me. And when he played bishop c4, I realized that it's actually an interesting choice. And then when he played queen f3, which I really didn't expect, that's when I remembered that, oh yes, of course, there's also this line, queen f3. And the thing is that I remember that black maybe has options, because, okay, this bishop b7 is not losing, but unfortunately, like, because, you know, usually I prepare this for like the top tournament where draw is like really good against like when you play a closed event and you have white games and black games, and then everybody tries to win with white. So I remember this line, and of course now in the open situation for both me and Abhimanyu, like the tournament is not great to make draw, but I was just not really, I didn't really know how to play. And obviously he's prepared. Like, I mean, what is he preparing against if not for Najdorf? I mean, I don't know. If not, then something's wrong with him. So I realized that if I just, I mean, it would be too sick a gamble to just make a move like bishop b7 and say, okay, sacrifice me, show what computer showed me, and then what am I kind of hoping for? So yeah, of course I just did what I usually do, and I played my prep, and yeah, it's like too beautiful, but unfortunately it's not one of those sacrifices where it's like positional and it continues. Yeah. Sometimes it's kind of half positional, it continues for like few moves. If black makes few accurate moves, it's going to be draw. But here the point is that I just move the queen away, and the whole idea is to make it. So it's the queen sack is not a try at that point. Queen sack is just not already. like the try was before. Like if I had known knight f7, then the queen sack is just to force a draw. There's really nothing more to it. But it was very beautiful, and many people were, of course, puzzled because it's only the 2 pawns. And but it's nice to see, the theory is. Yeah, it has all sorts of lines, and at least the good thing about this particular game is that I think this has never been played before.
Yeah.
And,
so people will include it in their further chessable courses.
Yes, exactly. It will be included in the courses, and because sometimes you have these lines in the Najdorf, or some where you have like 20 draws that are all the same, and they're like non-theory. So okay, at least here, at least it's some kind of new thing. But of course, I think both of us, tournament situation-wise, we didn't want to make draw. It's also a nice line to, like, sometimes people, I never did, but sometimes people, they pre-arrange draws, they agree beforehand that we'll make draw, and some even go to the extreme. They even plan the exact game, how they will play. And then they make up a game like this beautiful, that is like completely correct and draw. But at least people know that, okay, I mean, it's the first time I speak to Abhimanyu today. I just don't know him. I mean, also, for him as well, I think it's no point to make draw, but it's just, like the unfortunate part is that sort of, I didn't prepare for this game. Otherwise, I would have made up some other plan. And he also, of course, I mean, he has all the right to hope that I don't know this, because why would I know it? So it's not even in my course, not in the main course at least. It's only in the update probably. So it's I'm not sure if in the update I gave knight f7. Okay. I might have kept it for myself, such easy draw. Maybe I gave some other solution for the update. I don't remember, but. Yeah, it's not like he wanted to make. He just sort of wanted to play, and I thought this is a good chance. Okay, if draw is fine. And I also, of course, would have liked to play, but okay, I'm not crazy. Yeah, I mean, I like to play chess, but I have my limits. To how I want to play chess on my terms, not on my opponent's terms. And I want to play with Abhimanyu, not with his computer.
Yeah, makes sense.
It is not every day that we do a duo interview of somebody who has just played, but it is very admirable for you, Anish, to see that you were discussing the entire game with Abhimanyu for a long time. So, Abhimanyu, what is your takeaway from the game and also the analysis?
Yeah, like I just realized that no matter, when I was preparing this, I really thought knight f7 looks ridiculous. Yeah, people don't play such moves, but obviously, like, he had checked it before. Like, I should have, in hindsight, tried to predict it. But on the other hand, Najdorf is a very weird opening, and I have played so many games where I tried very hard to surprise my opponent, and it just went horribly wrong. So I was trying to find a balance between both. So I guess I should just do the same thing, but a bit better probably next time.
Great. Anish, one final question. Tomorrow is the final round, and we have seen all sorts of results in this tournament. Very strange, some very optimistic results. What is your preparation, and how are you going to prepare yourself to come tomorrow?
Yeah, I think probably the tournament standing will make me and my opponent, have to play for a win tomorrow, because already clearly I'm behind the leaders, and probably so will be my opponent, although not 100% sure, because I could be paired up. But anyway, we'll see. As I already mentioned before, like, I think tournament is not going great for me. Like, when I was before the event, I always thought, like, expectation versus reality. I thought, okay, I'll come. There'll be probably some newbies. Okay, I mean, and then I'll probably win my first 4 games, I guess. Then I'll probably play Magnus. Maybe I'll draw. Then I'll play probably Gukesh. Maybe I'll also draw. Then I'll probably play, then I will play another newbie. Then I'll probably beat him. Then I'll play Hikaru. Probably also draw him, or maybe lose. But doesn't matter. But still, I'll be there, and this was like expectation. And then I come here, like, Magnus is down, like, injured. My body is one man down already. The guy's injured after like round 2. Then myself, I'm like start to falling. Hikaru is like gradually bleeding his points away. Gukesh. Already wants to kill someone in the corner. I see him in his eyes, he's just ready to just murder someone. He's completely furious, and like, it's nothing like you would think before. So yeah, my tournament is not great because I have losing rating and so on. So far, I think I'm performing like a decent 2600 player, like decent, which is quite something as well. I think it's a challenge nowadays. Abhimanyu knows it's to be 2600 is difficult, but it's difficult for many people, and it's not the worst. And it depends on how tomorrow goes. yeah, I don't, I'm not like, don't have many reasons to be like super optimistic, but you have to try and do your best. And then sometimes you get lucky, so
Right.
hope for that.
Right. Same question to you, Abhimanyu. Great result today. Would you consider this as one of your best results?
I mean, it is. I would say it's a mixed feeling. I don't know, because before the game, what I really wanted. Okay, I didn't care about what the result is going to be. I just wanted to do something wild. But I mean, it's a fine result. But like you said, now there's extra pressure tomorrow. So because to be in the prizes, I have to play for a win with black, which is obviously not going to be easy. Yeah, actually, my roommate Karthi won against Magnus yesterday, so we had quite a party atmosphere in my room, and then I understood him playing him, so we had quite an interesting moment.
Very strong room.
Yeah, it's crazy, yeah. And okay, I mean, I'm sure, I think he's beaten me in the World Blitz Championship. So I think to say that today is a big achievement for him is to downplay his chess career as well. I think he's capable of more as well. So, wow. I mean, if I knew that you share a room with Karthikeyan, I would have treated the whole thing very differently. I didn't have that information. Actually, I was kind of curious, but the thing is, I wanted to be fair. I of course have a lot of Indian friends. I'm really on good terms with, and I could ask them, what's Abhimanyu guy, who is he working? Because sometimes, I know that there are camps of people this guy works with that guy. So I could ask, but I didn't want to put my friends in an uncomfortable spot. Maybe they're also friends with you, and I didn't want to be nasty. I didn't want to use any inside information. So I was like, okay, I'll just, look at his games and just don't use any inside knowledge. But for example, not knowing that he's sharing a room with Karthikeyan after yesterday, this is a big blow. I mean, had I known that, the game would have been completely different. So I would have realized, of course, he would play something crazy. I would immediately check bishop c4 or Najdorf would be the first thing to check. I imagine this Karthikeyan's dancing around you, singing. There's all sorts of Indian sweets flying around the room. I cannot
Not
imagine.
that happening. We just went to the promenade.
I saw your Instagram. I know.
Oh, you checked that much, yeah?
No, but I know your dancing. No, I know your dancing skills.
Okay.
I mean, your dancing skills are very impressive. This is a very good Instagram video, by the way. People I just recommend. Abhimanyu is dancing with.
I think there was one Arjun video.
With Arjun. Yes. That's really good stuff. Really good. So I knew quite a bit, but not knowing she shares a room with Karthikeyan, that was a blow.
But we have an inside information that Anish not only prepares games but also Instagram handles of the players.
You have to be careful next time.
We have to.
I think ChessBase. I start every. So I get paired. I go ChessBase India channel. I verify. Make sure I subscribed, just to be sure. And then and click the bell also. And then I type my opponent's name in there. And then I start watching all the interviews. By the time I'm done with that, I have 1 hour left before the game. Then I type in the ChessBase what opening they play, and then I'm good to go. So that's how I usually do it.
Thank you so much, you guys. Great game. We enjoyed it from outside and wish the best for you for tomorrow's round and also for the upcoming tournaments.
Thank you.